Hey everybody, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Not totally set up. I was running behind today. Can you imagine? Tell me how you're doing as you're hopping on. Let me know that you're here. I would love to know that you're here. And tell me where you're watching from. Is your weather beginning to cool down? Just curious. I know a lot of people are experiencing the storms. I hope that hope that things are settling down with that. Sorry, I don't totally have this ready. All right, I see a few faces or little eyeballs. Okay, I'm not seeing. Okay, maybe this is letting me know that we're up. Now I'm seeing it. I was beginning to think, is this even working? Okay, welcome, Debbie and Amanda. Yay, you can watch. I'm seeing all the names now. Awesome. Have, just curious, has the school started around y'all? Okay, Leslie had storms. Sherry, I'm glad you're here. West Virginia, Deborah. Johnette, hello. I'm glad you're able to be here. And Wendy, Debbie. All right, let me see if I can get this sent over to our group so that y'all will have it so you can easily access it. So we've got a brand new series, y'all, and I can't wait to tell you about it. I feel like I'm saying a lot. My studio looks like Christmas threw up in here, and I've not had a chance to get it cleaned up. So I'm digging through stuff. Oh my goodness. Hey, Lisa. Okay, so Amanda, y'all start September 3rd. That's so good. Around here, y'all, the kids are already going back to school. Whenever I was a girl, we always started back after Labor Day. I don't know why it's not letting me find my thing. I may have to do this afterwards. So I'm going to try one more time. And if it doesn't let me do it, then I'm just going to stay focused on us being together. Good, Sherry. I'm glad. So Sherry's saying that she's excited about today's lesson and the ones in the hub. Love that. Give us a lesson on how to color coordinate. Good. I think that works no matter if you're getting dressed to go somewhere or no matter what. All right. Now it's letting me do it. All right, let me do this and then I can focus. Okay. All right. So, hey, Patricia, we have a brand new month, a brand new series. Hey, Karen, and I'm excited about it. And all the sunflower lovers unite and say, yay for sunflowers. So, our mixed media painting is sunflowers. We are painting watercolor this month, but I'm showing how you can actually use watercolor paint, or you could even use the Tombow markers or even Crayolas. If that's all you have, you can actually use these. These are water soluble. And guess what? It's back to school time. So these are on sale, and I found them at the grocery store of all places. So I've never seen these little ones, little pipsqueaks. That's what they're called. I love the name. So let me show y'all. They're washable. So that means they're water soluble. So look how cute they are. So I bought them. They have the chisel tip. Wendy loves sunflowers, summer and fall. I do too. Can y'all see that tip? I'm going to show you how we can letter with these today, because y'all might have them on sale where you live also. And then I also got myself a new pack of the Super Tips. I had quite a few of mine that were drying out, so I was just waiting for them to go on sale. They don't cost very much, but I just decided to wait. And this set is the 20 markers at the grocery store. I'm pretty sure they had a 48 set. I didn't get it. I held back, but you know, I love color and I like all the colors. So there they are. And they're like these little small ones, the tip. That's what you want to look for with your lettering. And also, if you look for the word washable, that means they're water soluble. I thought they said so. Okay, so see how it says on here, draw thin, draw thick. I'm going to show you how you can do that today. And we're going to talk about what we're doing this month in Creative Heart Studio. We have a lot of new members over there, and I'm very thankful for each and every one. Very thankful. Hello, Susan. Glad to see you here. Okay, so let me get my things out. I was panicking a little bit because I couldn't find my traceables, so that's why I was late. And I forgot that I pre-organized myself this month, and look what I did. Because I was talking about color coordinating, I color coordinated all my stuff for the month. So now it's easy for me to grab it and go. So it has worked great, except for I was doing something. I think I was doing Christmas craft camp this weekend and was looking for a particular Neo color and I could not find it, and finally remembered, oh, it's in my basket. Yeah, these baskets are, yeah, and probably most of us do, Sherry. So I'm pretty sure I found these baskets at Michael's, and they came in a set. There were several different sizes in the set, so this is perfect. And I've got like a glass that's got my pencils and pens and markers in. Well, except for that one, he's a little renegade. Get that in there. Oh, you couldn't find me on the computer, huh? Wonder what's going on with that, Jan. There's no telling. I also have washi tape that color coordinates. And this is just I like these color. I mean, I like that it's a solid color. So I thought, well, I'll put that in here too. And then, I don't know, some of y'all may not know about this, but you know those, what do they call these rings? I thought I had some extra ones, but I don't see them. You know, the little bookbinding rings. These are really great for keeping your washi tape if you want to color coordinate them. And then you open it up like that and you can take some off or put another roll on. But I like doing that too because it also saves time. It saves time too that way. And this is what I've learned. So whenever I was making the lessons for this month, I went ahead and I chose my colors. I chose the colors that I wanted to work with. Then I chose my supplies with those colors. And it saves me a lot of time because, like I said earlier, I love all the colors and I want to use all the colors. I don't want anybody left out. And so that can lead to a little bit of overwhelm of trying to decide, well, which one am I going to use? But if I've already got them selected right here in my basket, then I just grab a color. I just grab them. And I know that it's going to work together. And I included some of that in our lessons this month over in the hub. Sherry mentioned that. I love these rings. You can punch holes in, what do you call them? Index cards and put them on a ring. There's just so many things you can do with these rings to simplify things. I also grabbed one of my watercolor sets. This one is, I think y'all have seen this before, but I'm just going to show it to you again. So I always make a little color chart to go in my watercolor paints. And that way it gives me an idea of what this color is going to look like on paper. Good for you, Leslie. I just think that when we have a moment of time to create, if we already have our stuff easily accessible, and if we've already done the thinking part, we can just get in there and create. And by already choosing the color palette, I know that I can use anything in this basket and it's going to work together. It's going to look good. So for those of you that, I know many of you just have little pockets of time to create. I know that. I've picked up on that. So I'm like that too. So we just have to work smarter and help. What am I trying to say? So we're trying to look out for ourselves. So first of all, you have to make time to create. The second step is make sure you have your items there so that when you do have a block of time, you've got everything you need right there together. Because otherwise, you're going to spend your creativity time hunting for your creative supplies and then you don't get to do anything. So I want you to get the most out of whatever time you have. So another thing that I did is I love scrapbook paper, and so I have a lot of it. So I chose the scrapbook paper. I chose a piece that I really liked. So let's see if I can find the piece that I liked. See right here, I'm having a hard time deciding because I like them all. So this is one of my very favorite all-time pieces of paper. I've probably had this for like 15 years, not wanting to use it because I just like it. So I am using my papers now in my butterfly journal because I'm doing that. It's something for me, something I want to do, and I can look at these papers all the time in my journal. So I love this one, and I also love this piece. So I used it to look at to help me choose some of my colors, and I thought there was one other piece. This one has a lot of the colors that I'm using in our series this month. So all you have to do is take those pieces. Here it is. Here it is. It was on the back. So this is a piece that these colors are in the artwork for this month. So whenever I lay these colors out, then I can take like my pack of pens and I can pull out the pens that coordinate with any of these pages and put them in a little container. And then when I get ready to work in my journal or do a little bit of stuff, all I have to do is grab this basket. And you see, I was kind of freaking out before we started because I couldn't find my stuff. And I was like, where did I put my traceables? And then it clicked with me. Hello, you made a basket. So I just had to find my basket, and there it was. And I even have my traceables in here. So, and I think I cut some of them down. I'm having trouble with my printer. I think, Sherry, my printer was jealous of your printer, so my printer is trying to act up now. So that has caused a little bit of trouble for me trying to get my stuff printed. But I had to go down to the warehouse. Okay, so let's talk about it. So if you're in Creative Hearts, and I know a lot of you watching right now are, so if you don't know, Adrienne has gotten all of your traceables, your workbook ready, and it's over in the hub. So each month she sends out an email and will say, hello, your lessons are ready in the hub. Your new lessons are ready. So that is and it has a link that lets you know where to go to access your lessons. And it's going to lead you over to our learning hub. I picture it like a school. It's like a big school building, and it's got different wings in the school building. So one wing of our school is called our workshop hub. And so for some of you that are not members, you've probably accessed that workshop hub. You may not have known it, but you did. That's where we store our lessons that are like a workshop or a tutorial. Like this past all of July, I've been painting. I need to put these where I can see them so I can give you a sneak peek of the next one in the series. But I've been painting a new collection called the Nativity Love Story. And so it started in Jingle Mingle. I think that was July 11th and 12th. I had created an ornament that I called the Mary and Star ornament. Here's the star. Where's Mary? Here's Mary. So it was 2 ornaments. So I created a tutorial for how to paint these. And then we have a kit that has almost everything in it that you need to paint this. So Jingle Mingle is a free group. So I taught this tutorial free. The people who purchase a kit, though, as a convenience for them, they get access to the recorded version, the tutorials, and it's stored now in our workshop hub. So our members, because I love the hub, I've gotten spoiled by it. So whenever I teach something for free somewhere and I'm dealing with a Facebook group, it's not as easy. So I really get excited when we can put something in our hub. So if you've purchased a kit, you should have received an email letting you know, and I'm telling y'all about it now because I know a lot of people don't check their email very often. So if you've ordered one of my nativity kits, your lessons up to date now should be in the hub. If you have not received that email, let us know, okay? So we can check and see what's going on. And I'm going to type in that email address right now. So let me get some of this taken care of, and then we're going to start lettering. I just want to make sure to communicate it clearly. So it's hello@PamCoxwell.Designs. So if you've not received your email, so back up. If you ordered a kit and you've not received your email letting you know that the recordings of those lessons are now in the hub, let Adrienne know and she can figure out what's going on. If you are one of our members, our Creative Hearts members, I think she's worked through it all where y'all have access to that workshop hub for those tutorials. Okay, that's a convenience. That's something I wanted to do for y'all. Hey, Destiny. So the next thing about this is, so this is the first set, Mary and the Star. The second set I did for Creative Little Christmas. And that one was, I do not remember. It was after Jingle and Mingle. And so I taught this in that group in Creative Little Christmas. And we have a kit for Joseph and the donkey. And for those who don't know the whole story, I'm trying to illustrate even the animals with the baby. Because the book that I'm where are my words? The book that inspired this is a book written by Marjorie Holmes back in the 70s, and it was called Two from Galilee. I stumbled on it at an estate sale and was looking at it and noticed at the bottom it said, A Love Story of Mary and Joseph. And it was just like, oh my goodness, well, the whole nativity is a love story, really. The Christmas is all, it all is a love story. It's an expression of God's love for us. And so that's how all of this came about, of what would it have been like to be some of the other people there other than Mary and Joseph, and the love that they would have had for the baby. So each set, there's 2 in a set. They're 3 by 5, Susan. They're 3 by 5. Each set has an animal Well, except for Mary, she had the star, but, these are the 2 that are current. So that leads me to all of this kind of builds on each other. The pre-orders. So some of you have placed a pre-order for the other 2 sets. So the other 2 sets are the shepherd and the sheep. That's one set. And the wise men and the camel. That's the last set in this series. And so what we did to help me with ordering my supplies is we did pre-orders. And if you place a pre-order, then you get a discount on the 2 kits. And we are working hard like busy bees down there trying to get those kits finished up so that we can start shipping them. And we hope to have them shipped by Monday, the 12th. Awesome, Lisa. So if you've not placed a pre-order, you can easily do that on the website. And so these kits are $35. So we're doing the pre-order for both of them for $60. So it saves you $10. If you are one of our Creative Hearts members, then you should have received an email with a special discount code for you to purchase those first 2 kits with a discount. And then the pre-order is already discounted, so there's not an additional discount code for the pre-order. But that pre-order runs through Friday. So if you want to grab that price, that discounted price, you can get that. And I'm grabbing that link right now, and I'll put it in the comments. There you go. You could still do it. Just try and place your pre-order by Friday. And then after Friday, those will become 2 different sets. Do y'all want a sneak peek of what the shepherd and the sheep ornament look like? Then I got to tell you about Ornament Week. So this is a little sneak peek of the shepherds and the star, and this is the back. And I've updated it a little bit for the back. And then you get this comes in, everything on here comes in the kit, pretty sure. The only thing that you're going to need is glue adhesive for applying your pages. So like I used a glue stick and I used some Mod Podge, but this is watercolor. We painted this with watercolor. So I don't have, well, I do. So this is an example. This is what the watercolor dots look like. You add water to them and it activates the pigment. So this is Joseph's color palette. Each one of them have their own color palette. And I just tried to make it really, really simple for y'all to do this because I want you to do it and I want you to enjoy it. We're including a book page from the Two from Galilee book in all the kits, and it's like a little not a scavenger hunt, but maybe you could think of it like a treasure hunt, because all the pages vary. They're from the actual books, but you can read that page and see, is there a word in there that you want to incorporate into your design? And so with mine, and all of them have a dictionary page too. I found this old, I don't know how old the dictionary was, but the pages were brown. It was in a man's workshop, and so I bought it. But look at the one I ended up with. It's M, but if you look right here, it says Messiah. So I wanted to save that section. So I was strategic with how I put my pages on there so that Messiah would stay. And then I underlined that word. There's been other ornaments that I've had, because I just get the kit, one of the kits like y'all do, and I'll put it together. There's other ones that I've just found words in there that I underlined it or highlighted it so that I could incorporate it into the design. So that's the back of the shepherd, and then the little sheep. And then this one's probably my favorite because I love sheep. But here's the little sheep with the baby. And I've updated the words, so I kind of don't want to show you the words because these are not the words that are going to be on it. But it's something along the lines of "Welcome, Lamb of God," and He is my shepherd. So the sheep is bowing at the manger of the Lamb of God and saying, "You're my shepherd. I'm so glad you're here." So this one's probably my favorite. So this is what's coming. And y'all, I'm doing the wise men this afternoon. So I've been back and forth with our supplier trying to get the rest of the pencils for the wise men, but I think we're going to be able to have it in time. Hope might even, well, I don't think I have anybody working Friday, so it may be Monday before we get to send them out. But I can tell you that the two for the Wise Men series will have a gold crown, and I've got some gold paper for that, and we'll have a camel. So it'll be fun. So that leads me to the last portion of that. I've decided to do, and I'm calling it Ornament Week, even though it's not going to be 7 days long, but Ornament Week will be, what's my dates? Does anybody know? I think it's, let's see. I want to tell you, okay, it's October, August 19th, 20th, and 21st. So I'm going to take those 3 days, and at noon every day on my page, I'm going to teach the tutorial for the Wise Men and the Shepherd. And then if you've purchased a kit, or if you are a member, we will store those tutorials for you in the hub. So I know a lot of you work during the day and you might not be able to be there to watch it live, but we'll record it and put it in the hub for you. My goal was to stretch these out over the months, and realized I'm excited about this. Y'all are excited about it. I want to go ahead and do them. So that's what I'm doing. Plans can change, can't they? And we can be adaptable. We have to be if you're going to survive in this world. Isn't that right? Diane, yes, I do have some vintage Santas. It's been a while. I don't have a tutorial on that, but I'll see if we can't do that, because that's a good lead in for all of this. Good, Esther. I'm so glad you got one. I'm glad you're doing this with us. My goal is that by the time we finish these, you'll have ornaments that you could make a nativity tree. And the vision that I had with this is, by slowly working on these, you can build a story into it. There's already the story, but you can make it a personal story. Just like I found that word Messiah on that dictionary page, and then on this side, I folded the page over onto here and almost covered it up. But let me see if I can hold it so you can see it. Can y'all see that right there? It says mercy. It says mercy. I didn't pick that page out. That's just what happened. Good. I'm glad you're doing it that way, Patricia. It's like a treasure hunt. So whatever pages you get, look, read the story with it. And I know some of you ladies, oh, that is a good idea. Do an ornament exchange. That is a good idea. Wendy's got her main tree as a nativity tree. It's awesome. So make it personal for you. Read them. I know quite a few of you have read the book before. I had never even heard of the book before, but many of you have told me that you've read the book. So, and some of y'all have said that y'all went on eBay and you found a book and purchased it. Do that. Make a bunch of these. And then for those who don't feel comfortable painting, I really believe I can teach you to do this, but I'm also making art printables for these so that you can actually, so I don't know if I have it handy. I don't think I do. I painted the artwork for you onto a book page, and you can download it and print it out on your printer. Unless you're like Sherry and I and our printers aren't working right now, then you can't. You'll have to get another printer, but you can print it out and then apply it to your ornaments. I know several have done that. The book title, Gwen, is Two from Galilee. Let me type it in here. I really wish that I could have. Let me grab it so you can see. I've purchased a few more books so that we would have enough to do our pages, because I really wanted everybody to have a book page. And you can look it up on eBay, but this is what it looks like. This is it. A love story of Mary and Joseph. So that, and I think, yeah, this one is a signed copy from her. Isn't that cool? So just spend this time preparing your heart, even now, even in the heat, for Christmas, because I think we should celebrate it all year long. It is the ultimate love story. I just believe that, y'all. I just believe it. And I think it would just benefit all of us to just soak in that and soak in that story. This is what I was talking about the printable art that I've put together. So each set, I think I made about 4 pages. So like you can print that out and use it like scrapbook paper. And here's the donkey. So that's also an option. So that link that I put up there takes you to the page that has this collection on it. So if that helps you to know that. Like here's an example. I printed out that artwork onto a piece of paper, and it prints, I think it prints really well, especially if you'll use, somebody help me out. I think it's 32 pound. The brighter the paper, the more accurate the colors are going to be. It's just, and well, of course, using a color printer, but good paper really makes a big difference when you're doing art printables. Okay, so I told you about Ornament Week, told you about the kits. I think I told you everything about that. So my goal is, this is August and we're doing sunflowers. My poor little sunflower died. But this is the artwork for the August box. And so in the August box, you're getting that and some little magnets to share with people. I love the cards for this month. I love the cards for this month. I just, it's worked out, and it's so funny how it's worked out this way. And I don't even have them with me. I don't know where they are, but they're really pretty and bright. I've been working on this stuff when I'm traveling somewhere. So each of the artworks for those note cards have a story. Then we're painting sunflower, a watercolor sunflower this month. And I don't see it. I did a tutorial for making a art holder. Hang on, I want to show it to y'all. Hang on, because this is something that would be helpful. Here you go. It's been a busy, busy month, but it's been full of fun, creative stuff. So this is the design we're painting. Good. I love sunflowers too. They're just such a happy, they represent strength and I think joy. So this is our painting, and you can do it in watercolor or acrylic, whatever you prefer. And then I did a tutorial for making an art holder out of a clipboard. Okay, so sunflowers are this month. Then in September and October, I'm going to shift a little bit and do some things that are more fall related. because I want to spend November and December focused again on Christmas. I just think it's so important, but I don't want to overlook fall because it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and not only that, it's a time that most people start thinking towards being thankful. And that's like Christmas also. We should be that way year round, but I want us to make some things for those 2 months that could possibly be used year round, you know? That's good. I never knew that, Sherry. So y'all look, Sherry said, I love them so much. I think it's so neat that a field of them will all face up to the sun together. That's pretty awesome. That's a good thought. Yeah, in worship. Yeah, love it. Okay, so now I told you all those. This was important to me, so I wanted to make sure that everybody was on the same page with that. And let me move those out of the way. All right, let me get my other camera going. I didn't have time to get my hair pulled up, and I feel like it's all over the place. Let's see. Hold on, because I want to show y'all about these markers and how you can use them with your lettering. And then this month, our focus is seek. And we're just going to dig into that all month long. I thought I might see my cards, but I don't see them. All right, let's see. Let's get this other little camera going. Here we go. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alina. I have always had really thick and curly hair all my life. And I can remember being a teenager and all of my friends had really pretty straight hair that they parted down the middle and had those little wings. And my hair, there was absolutely no hope in my hair doing that. It does exactly what it wants to. What size is the clipboard, Linda? That's a good question. It's a standard one that holds the 8.5 by 11 paper. If I had a ruler handy, I could measure it for you, but I think it's probably 9 by 12 maybe. And I just used this to cover up the wording on it. It had Office Depot embossed on it, so I just used that to cover it up. But these would make really good gifts. Okay, here we go, girls. So I don't know where I want to start. Let me just tell you this. Let me get my Bible. So our theme verse, let's show it to you, my Bible first before I show you the traceable, is 105. It's 105. And here we go. Let's see if y'all can see that. All right, Psalm 105. And it says, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the peoples. Sing to him, sing praises to him, tell of all his wondrous works, glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord and his strength." Sorry, y'all. Hold on just a second. Thank you. It's okay. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord and his strength. Seek his presence continually. Remember the wondrous works that he has done, his miracles, and the judgments he ordered. And you could just keep on reading, but I was actually just sticking with that passage, that part of the passage. So think about this. As you look at this, I began seeing that this is like steps or almost like a to-do list. So if you like lists, if you're task driven and you like a good checklist, this passage is for you. So what I decided to do is for one of our traceables, I just made it into like a list. Oh, you're getting buffering. Okay, let's see here. Hang on. Okay, let's see if that helps. I had one of my cords that's not plugged in. So let's see if that helps. Thank you for telling me, Marla. I didn't. Okay. Y'all still there? Okay. Can somebody give me a thumbs up? Okay, good. I couldn't tell if it was back up or not. Okay, good. Thank y'all for telling me about the buffering. Okay, so here's what I decided to do whenever I was making the traceables. I actually reworked them because I saw this as, oh my goodness, he's given us a list. He's given us steps out of kindness. You know, don't we all always looking for what do I need to do, Lord? What do I need to do, Lord? What do I need to do, Lord? And then if we look close, he's got the steps for us. So I reworked the traceables a little bit. So this is the one, this is the original one, and you should have that in your printouts. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. That in itself is enough to soak on, don't you think, of just, okay, I do want to rejoice and I am seeking the Lord, so I need to rejoice. You know, you can look at somebody who's full of joy and think, oh, I wished I was joyful like them. But back up a second. Is your heart seeking the Lord? Yes. Then then rejoice because you're seeking the Lord. Okay, so that was one of them. I don't know that I'm going to show you all of them. Maybe I will. So this is the second one. I wanted to do one more month of banners because these are fun to draw and it really helps make a word stand out. So I decided to use banners again this month for our word seek. The other thing I decided to do this time is to try and again keep the the lettering a little bit simple so that you could easily do this without tracing it. You could look at this and see kind of how the layout is. I worked through the layout for you. And my secret to doing that is my iPad. I can do this in Procreate and move everything around to find the best layout for it. So that's what I did. So this is just a simple script type style of lettering. I see I missed the dot there. And then I set it apart with a print. Then see how I'm going kind of back and forth. And when you do that, it makes words jump off the page a little bit more than they would have normally. So I don't remember what week that is. I think this might be week 3, maybe. Yeah, I think it is. And then this is one of my favorites because it doesn't always work out that way. Hey, Leanne, glad you're here. This is the last week, what we'll focus on. So look at what I was able to do. And your eye will get this way too. With the more you I mean, I'm trying to tell you how I think basically, which is scary. But so I'll look at a word and I can almost eyeball it now. Oh, those words would work well together. So I was able to stretch out the word earnestly so that remember could nest up under it. So earnestly, that word really stood out to me. Remember really stands out to me because I'm always trying to remember things. I'm always trying to write notes. I have Post-it notes in every color. I've got lists everywhere. So this series really speaks to me. So earnestly remember. Don't just remember, earnestly remember. Remember what? I made that in caps, marvelous deeds that the Lord has done. So I could have just put deeds larger, but marvelous is what stood out to me. So that's what I decided I wanted to emphasize. So when you letter this, there might be something different that stands out to you, but hopefully this will give you like a guideline to help you see, okay, well, if I see that done is the word that jumps out at me, then I could follow her example and I'll just color that and letter it just a little bit bigger. That's just an example. I still lose them too, Sherry, all the time. Hey, Patty, I'm glad you're here. Good. So I'm just introducing August and what we're going to be focused on this month. We're trying to remember and we're seeking. So what are we remembering? And if y'all are like me, I can remember the negative stuff that I don't need to remember. I need to remember. See, this is giving us instructions. Remember what? The marvelous deeds that the Lord has done. Why do you need to remember that? Somebody tell me in the comments, why is he instructing us to remember the marvelous deeds that the Lord has done? I think of Lamentations in chapter 3, verse 22, I think it is. All the verses before that, he's just going through this long list of everything that's gone wrong. And it's a lot of stuff that has gone wrong. And he's listing all of that. But then he doesn't stop there. He doesn't put the period there. He lists it. And then he says, but this I recall to mind. Yes, I'm seeing your answers now. Yes, because it gives you confidence that he is and remains faithful. That's right, Sherry and Alina, to make them known to others, because that helps build their confidence, doesn't it? His deeds show his glory. That's right. That's a good thing. So when you're faced with difficulties, you know that he has brought you through before and he can do it again. That's right. And the way our minds are geared, we naturally, kind of like the tires that are out of alignment. If you're just say your right front tire is out of alignment, which direction is your car going to start go, especially if it's out of alignment in a bad way? It's going to start veering to the left. But if in this natural world that we live in, our tires are out of alignment, we live in a broken and fallen world. So it's going to veer to the negative. We're going to remember the negative. We're going to naturally focus on the negative. We're going to naturally focus on what we don't have instead of what we do have. So we have to we have to make an effort to remember the good, the faithful things he's done. Susan said she's in Deuteronomy and Moses shared all the things the Israelites went through to get ready for victory. Yes. Drown out the negatives and focus on the positives. That's right, Patty. And we have to make an intentional effort to do that. It's for most people, it does not happen naturally. So earnestly remember his marvelous deeds. So then the other thing that y'all get in your workbook this month is I did an alphabet, because I know we've got a lot of new ladies, and I know that I'm always talking about high-waisted. Is he wearing high-waisted or low-waisted pants whenever I'm doing my lettering? So I thought I'll make a simple alphabet for y'all, and it would just give you something to practice. I don't have all the sheets, but this is just an example. So the F is a really good example. When the crossbar is way down here, I picture these as stick figure men, and their belt is down low. They're wearing low-waisted pants. If the crossbar is up high, I picture that as a stick figure man that's wearing high-waisted pants. And once you start imagining your letters as stick figures, they're just shapes and lines. That's all they are. And so you just decide, okay, I want him wearing high-waisted today. So what I try and do when I'm doing a word that's got the high-waisted, then I let all the crossbars be high. Or if they're doing low-waisted that day, all the crossbars are low. So the G is a good example. This is high. So I made this tall. When they're high, normally they're taller and thinner. So I even made that shape taller and thinner. When they're lower, usually they look a little bit rounder. So that's how I made the difference in it. It's just a little, almost like a game that I play in my imagination, and it helps me keep on task with my lettering. So I decided, well, we've got these new ladies. I bet that everybody would like playing around with an alphabet like that. And then this will give you something to start with. And then I want to challenge y'all to make your own alphabets. Use your imagination. What could you do to make your alphabet distinctive? Okay, so now here's the grand finale. This is the one I redid because I saw, oh Lord, I think there's a list in here. There's steps. So I played with it, and it actually is steps, okay? So this is the first traceable that you'll find this month in your workbook. And I don't know if y'all remember this or not. A lot of y'all that are here went through the butterfly journal with me, and I have started reworking the traceables so that when you can cut these down and they will fit into that notebook. So I know that I want to make a page for this, and yeah, so I went ahead and cut this one down. I had to think, was I going to do that here? I'm going to do that on our Zoom. So look at this. All right, let me line it up. It says, oh, give thanks to the Lord. That's one. Give thanks to the Lord. Call upon his name. Step 2, call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the people. Make known is another step. Isn't this so cool? Sing to him. Sing to him. Sing praises to him. Speak. Where did I just see that? Speak. I can't read. Speak of all his wonderful acts and devoutly praise them. I've got a blur on my contact. Oh, goodness. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek, there's another step, and require the Lord as their most essential need, rejoice. Can y'all tell that I did this from the Amplified? I love the Amplified to help grasp a little bit more of the meaning of these words. So I use the Amplified on this. Then there's seek again. We're just going to focus on that word all month long. Seek and deeply long for the Lord. Think about that. When you're thirsty and you've been outside working in the yards and you just so thirsty, you seek water. You're seeking. You go inside and you seek water. And so when you get that water and you're deeply longing for that water, you just drink deeply. You just drink deeply. You don't see that page in the printables. I only see verse 3 and 5. That's good to know. Anybody else see this page in the printables? It might have gotten left out. If you'll let me know, ladies, let me know. Then there it is again. Seek the presence. Seek his presence continually. Seek and deeply long for his face and his presence continually. Okay, then the last one in that step is remember. Remember with awe and gratitude. So you know what? I think we all learn different. And we all remember. There's different things that help us all remember. So if it helps you to cut these down into strips and put magnets on the back, do that. If it helps you to cut them down and make them into bookmarks, do that. What would help you remember these steps? Because I really think there's something to these steps. I don't think it's accidental. I think these steps will lead to us having a more positive outlook on life. I think these steps will lead to peace. I think these steps will help us have a more grateful heart. I think these steps will also help us be a witness for him. And like this one right here, seek and require the Lord as their most essential need. So we can seek many things, can't we? We need to seek the important thing first, and that's him. There's verses, I just had a brain lapse. Is it Matthew? I can't remember the chapter. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all these things. Is that Matthew 25? I can't remember, y'all. Okay, so that's good that y'all are checking it. That's weird that some have it and some don't. So if y'all will do this for me, if you'll send an email to the hello and let Adrienne know, she can check and see what's going on in the printable, the PDF on what's going on with that, because I want you to have both of those pages. And that's why I like us doing this, so you can see what you should have. And I really do want you to have these 2 pages, because I think that if you'll practice doing it this way, whenever you are even reading, I think these words are going, there's so many. I think, Susan, Matthew 6:33. Will you type it in the comments for us, what it reads, Susan, if you don't mind? There's so many steps inside this word, y'all. And I just think it's sweet that his love for us is so great. He does not want us wandering around searching in the wrong places for him. He wants us to come to him, and he gives us the steps. He gives us direction because of his great mercy, because of his great love. He is truly a good father. Many children grow up without a parent. They grow up without a parent who parents them. And there's consequences for that. There's ramifications of things that they'll have to struggle with for their whole life. But God is a good parent. He is a good father. So he can reparent you. He can. So rest in these. Oh, it's already after 1 o'clock. Goodness gracious. So this will give you an idea of what's coming and what you have access to. And if you're not in our monthly Creative Hearts, I want to invite you to. I want to invite you to join us, and let's finish out this year of earnestly seeking Him, earnestly drawing near to Him. And I believe it'll be life-changing. I really do. I really do. I think He's going to bless us for seeking to draw near Him. And so you could do that on your own. The benefits of doing it in a group is that you've got other people who are doing it with you, and we're doing it together. And I'm here to support you in this. And everything that I'm trying to present this month is some way or another going to point us to seeking Him. Linda, I'm so glad that the Lord crossed our paths. I really believe He did that, and I'm so glad. So glad you're here. So, yeah, so y'all check your workbook, and if you're missing any of these pages, let Adrienne know, and we'll get it updated so that sounds like we probably just need to update that PDF. Let me close with doing one thing, because I did not get to do this. That little rascal, the one that was barking earlier, is Rico. He is 6 pounds. He thinks he's the top dog of everybody. And so the girls came in here to use the restroom, and he started barking at them like they were axe murderers or something. And so now I put him outside. So now he's barking outside, mad because he wants to come inside. But he's going to have to wait. All right. So these are the cutest little things, aren't they? All right. So if you got some that are, they have them that are longer than this. I just saw them and thought they were so cute. All right. So see the point. Okay. So if you want to use something like this, the angle that you hold it is going to help you get that point a little bit easier. So if you're able to hold it at this angle, you're going to get a nice straight line like that. But you can also hold it like this and get a straight line, a thin line, I'm sorry. But just play around with it to see which angle you need to hold it to get the thin line. Okay, so I'm going to write this word with the thin line. And these are the low-waisted pants. So I'm going to bring that crossbar there. Okay, and then I'm just going to do that basic script style like that. Then I'm going to use the side to show you how to make it big. All right, so I'm holding it at a different angle so I can get the thick edge. Can y'all see that? How I press down on this part. Let me see if I can hold it. See how the thick part is, all of that thick part is touching the paper. All of it is. He is so that's how you could letter with these cute little pipsqueaks. You can do the same thing with the longer ones, but the tip is smaller, so you would have an even finer line than the other ones. Thank you, Lisa. I'm so glad you're here. We're fixing to get off too. All right. Let me do is, and then now I'm going to hold it so the thick part is touching the paper. So see, it's still thick. It's not quite as thick as the little short fat ones. So just basically get what fits best in your hands. But these are great to have in your stash. And right now they're on sale. And I don't get commission off of this or anything. I just think these were $1 off. So I think they were like $1.19 maybe at the grocery store. They don't last forever, but nothing does. But anyway, I think they're a fun little tool to have in your toolbox. All right. Does anybody have any questions before we get off here today? On Friday, let me tell y'all this, and I'll say it again later, but I'm going down to help Micah get a load moved. He's getting ready to move. So we're going to go down on Friday to take a load. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-record the first step for these ornaments, and that will be playing on Friday. I won't be live teaching it. It will be a recording, but I will have something for y'all on Friday at noon. Okay. All right. Y'all go have a good day, and I look forward to seeing y'all soon. Alrighty. Bye-bye.